Hey everyone, it's Ryan Howe, Small Business News, coming to you on vacation today from San Clemente, California, out visiting family. Got a few minutes here, and I saw something come up over my feed today, and I really wanted to get it out so we could take a look at it. Again, for those that don't know, this is the show where I bring you just some of the information I share with my clients every single day. And in this case, has to do with the layoffs and the culture that's going on right now, and how we can possibly get out in front of that. So let's take a look at that. Again, links to everything we're going to be discussing today can be found in the description somewhere in this general area. All right, now, if you do a quick Google search like I did right here for layoffs, which has been at the top of mind happening all over the place, let's just real quick see some of the things we see from just right now. This, see here, Deere worker expects more layoffs on Friday. We got John Deere layoffs. USCCB memo clarifies some more layoffs. Planet Labs layoffs. Bay Area tech sector, more layoffs, mass layoffs planned at McKinley Paper. 60% of employers plan more layoffs on high income skills you need in 2024. Let's go a few more and then we'll get over to our article from Fortune, which is, again, this is based more for the leadership folks, stuff to keep in mind here. Novant health affirms IT layoffs. And then these layoffs are going like a bomb. People's Life Stellantis workers denounce planning to cut second shift, and then Planet lays off 17% of workforce. It is coming fast and furious, these layoffs. And the thing to keep in mind, especially if you are in a leadership position, if you are anywhere in management, you have a responsibility in this environment to be over communicating with your staff. And that's why I wanted to share, this the article today. So let's go take a look at it here. And it's from Fortune, which was three-step method to building trust with employees during uncertain times. And this is the thing, even when layoffs are going on, no matter how much you communicate with your folks, there's still going to be hurt feelings involved because you're dealing with people's livelihoods. However, the best thing you can do is to be, transparent and open as possible. And this is the three-step method that they're talking about here. Now, they keep telling this thing where the strong U.S. economy will avoid a recession in 2024. And this is the thing, even if we happen to avoid a recession, there's still going to continue to be layoffs, folks. Again, recession's a technical term. Right? It just means that GDP went backwards. Basically 2 quarters in a row. Okay, big whoop. If we have slowing down to barely any growth in the GDP, which right now the only growth in GDP is in government spending, the rest of the sectors are struggling. It's going to feel like a recession out there. Now, let's get into this. Business leaders should get used to that uncertainty and build a cultural trust by supporting the people. Again, this is from Marie Unger, of CEO of Emergenetics International. The organizational development firm helps businesses, schools, nonprofits, and other clients understand and harness their cognitive diversity. Okay, whatever that means, that's what Marie Unger does. Now, the pandemic ushered in an unpredictable era. Again, it tells from Denver, and that's just where we're at. We are still going through the reverberations from what we had to deal with in COVID. Now, here we go. By investing in the people, they can navigate all those headwinds because they know they've got some psychological safety. And that's one of the biggest pieces that you're going to deal with your team. They are worried, and every time that they hear, we just went and spent less than a minute, maybe a minute, and saw seven different companies that are going through layoffs. And that was just in, a quick minute. We keep going, you'll see there's tons of them out there. Now, transparency is extremely important, that you are able to speak to your teams of, the challenges that you have currently and what's coming ahead. And, being in the industry, and what I advise my clients is, you want to share as much of the information as makes sense and as possible, so people can just understand and they see what you're working with, but also want to leverage them and ask those questions to them, so that what they may have ideas that where they might be able to help as well. And that's one thing that we forget about. All right, so let's get to collaboration, which I was talking about. The town halls give workers a chance to share their concerns and ideas with the business, who also encourages, chat channels. Again, if you want to have your Slack channels going, for sure. The goal is for them to feel like they're making a difference, and they're empowered to be invested in getting the organization through whatever challenges that, again, it may be facing. And I want to get rid of that. Feel like they're making a difference. That's not what you want. You want them to know they are making a difference, not just feel like it. All right. The people who your teams, especially the ones that are at the front lines, they know where the waste exists. And if you're able to ask them and harness that, if you can be able to help out the margins, knowing it's going to be able to protect a lot of people's jobs, you'd be surprised how quickly people will work together to solve a lot of these issues. Again, care is another thing, and what they're talking about here to build trust. And again, for companies, it means acknowledging that employees have a life outside work with its own stresses and strains while also respecting that boundary. And again, but which that's another one where I have a lot of my clients I work with, they spend time, and I've had to tell them, you need to make sure that you are not doing it to the best of your abilities, not calling your people when they're not at work. Let them have their time away. Let them have their time to, decompress. So when they are at work, they can get, they're able to work their hardest, put their full effort out into their jobs. It's something that's overlooked quite a bit. Now, care also means investing in employees' development, says Unger, a former school principal. In her view, upskilling and reskilling are vital economic volatility to give people a sense of preparedness for whatever might be next. Well, it's one of the greatest things you can do to improve the loyalty and engagement of your employees. It says to avoid burnout, to avoid absenteeism, the things that people face during these hard times. And to be clear on this, upskilling and reskilling. And again, I'm just going to bring it back over here. Again, links to this article, go check it out for yourself. And pretty much where it ends there is that when I talk about upskilling and reskilling, it's cross training. The more that you're able to make sure you can train people on other jobs that are available, it rather than having to basically lay off some people here and then having to rehire for this other section, if you can make an effort to make sure you have some sort of cross training, i.e., reskilling or upskilling, you can then offer those positions, that work that is available to the people you already have. There is the cost every time you have to turn over a position. It's close to $7,500 to $10,000 right now, depending on where you're at in the country. So the more that you can work to train your teams that they can then, again, work on whatever comes up, the one, it's going to save you money, but it's also going to have people be more invested in you as well. Again, as somebody who's been an employee before, the again, I've been an employee down at the lowest levels, and when the bosses don't talk to you, we're going to fill in that vacuum one way or the other, that information vacuum. So go out of your way to over communicate. Again, have those town halls, but also have those one-on-one conversations. Spend time in the work centers. Be available to people to ask questions, and just be as honest as you can with them. You know, if you don't know or you can't say, just say you don't know or you can't say. Don't lie to them, because they're going to know. Um, but with that, folks, I just want to bring this to everybody's attention here. Layoffs are in the news. They are increasing again. I expect for the next couple months, we're going to see a wave of layoffs happening as the ripples in the economy continue to spread, and more the impact of, I mean, really comes down to AI is absolutely devastating a lot of frontline employment right now. So everything that you can do to be open, honest, and transparent with your teams, show that you care, is going to be respected. So with that, again, I'm Ryan Hollis, this has been Small Business News. Hopefully I earned your subscription today. And thank you for stopping by. Take care, and I will see you next time.